PokEdit presents PKHex tricks.
It's Cake here with another quick little informational guide. I'm trying to make this to point people in the right direction for people who want to use PKHex but don't really know how. So there's a couple different ways currently to use PKHex. The two most common are Ram2Sav, which is a little bit outdated because it doesn't work on any of the newest firmware. If you're not sure what firmware is, when Nintendo releases updates once in a while, and that's a firmware update. And sometimes little tools that have been created or invented or developed by people, Nintendo updates their system so you can't do them anymore. And another one that's very popular to use is Save Manager. The reason you have to use one of these two methods is in order to use PKHex, which you've probably heard of, you have to take the save file off of your game and put it on your computer. Once you've done that, you're going to have a file like one of these two I have on my desktop, and then you open that file in PKHex. Once you've opened it, you can just edit away till your heart's content. And if you subscribe to me, I'm going to be releasing a series of PKHex tricks videos to show different tricks and cheats and things that you might have not known how to do with it, that it's going to make it easier for you to use. Essentially, that's the plan. Some of you might already know how to do some of this stuff, but I'm sure there's lots of people that don't. So with Ram2Sav, in order to use Ram2Sav, you're going to need to have a 2DS or an original 3DS with firmware listed on the screen. And this will not work with new 3DS of any version. If your firmware version is what I just showed on the screen, you also have to have a browser version which is as listed on the screen. If you're not sure how to check those versions, there's a link in the description that's going to walk you through exactly how checking those. If you have a version that matches, then you're in luck, because then you can use Ram2Sav. And I have a guide on that, so at the end of the video or in the description, check that out, and it's a really easy way to get your file off your game, open it in PKHex, and how to put it back on. If you want to use this method and you don't have a unit and you want to pick up a unit, PokEdit has unlocked 2DSs available on PokEdit.com currently. Limited numbers in stock, but they have compatible firmware. One of the newest firmware versions that was still compatible with that method, and you can use all the QR code methods, and you can use Ram2Sav, and those also include something called Update Blocker, which allows you to keep current firmware without your system being updated and you losing the ability to use QR codes in Ram2Sav. Now, the second and most common method currently for getting your save data off of your game is using Save Manager with Homebrew. There currently is not a lot of ways to install Homebrew on the newest firmware. One of the only ones being Ninjahax, and I have a guide video and a link in the description on how to set that up if you want to get going with that. And once you have Homebrew installed, no matter what method you use to install Homebrew, you'll be able to use a tool called Save Manager, and then you can import and export your save onto your SD card, and then you can put it on your computer, and then it's going to let you have some fun with PKHex, and then you can put it back on your game. Remember to always create a backup and store it in a safe place before doing any editing, in case you make some unwanted changes and it screws something up. You never know. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And I hope you guys look forward to some of the new PKHex tricks videos that I have coming out in the near future. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up anyway, because this probably wasn't for you, but somebody out there might find this useful. It's just me giving out some resources. Come on, that's good, you know. I got the download link for PKHex, links to various different methods for backing up your save file. So that's all I got for you today, and hope you will subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and and do all that stuff that people usually say at the end of the video, you know, or follow me or on Twitter or whatever, you know, whatever you want. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time. Oh, yeah, assuming I said.